11/19/2018, Monday morning, 9:25 a.m. What's going on, everybody? Thumbs me up when you get here. Thumbs me up. Thumbs me up or down. Thumbs me up, most importantly. Nine 25 a.m. This idiot right here. 9:25 a.m. Thumbs me up when you get through. Now, I know now we want to talk about the new era of boxing. And this is all about boxing. But I want to talk about back in the day. I'm talking about the 90s and the 80s. And of course, the title, you read the title. You know, he had great fights. At the age that he was at, his fights were not bad at all. He had never been knocked down after the Ron Lyles fight, Muhammad Ali fight. As he got older, he just got better and stronger. Hold on a second. Fred? Yes. Oh, you on the way home? Oh, okay. I got a call. My goodness. I'm working today. But anyway, they just don't make fighters like a George Foreman, Holyfield, Bernard Hopkins, Hagler, Roberto Duran, Chavez, Hector Camacho. I mean, they don't make fighters like that anymore. I mean, real fighters who, you know, they stood the test of time. And as they got older, they got some, you know, the age caught up with them. And then some, the age didn't catch up to them. They got a little bit better, way better. Prime example, George Foreman. I mean, he just clearly took out most of the younger guys who were so-called contenders. And he didn't let them know, but they was hitting them pretty good. You know, with Alex Stewart made him swell up. But George Foreman stood there at his age, late 30s, early 40s, and was fighting Alex Stewart. And this is the same man who Tyson knocked out in the first round. Now, Mike Tyson, at the time, I believe should have fought George Foreman. I believe he should have fought him. I don't know why he didn't fight him. Well, I guess Tyson was afraid. Or I guess he was scared. But I don't think he should have been scared. I think he should have took the fight. Tyson should have took the fight. Should have fought George Foreman. Because Tyson was well over his prime. And most of the guys Foreman beat, Tyson or Holyfield, they already beaten already. But the only man who fought Foreman, and Foreman was taking those shots. I don't care what nobody said. Foreman was getting hurt by those shots when Holyfield was hitting them about at least 80 times. And Foreman, man, he had heart like a mother, man. Just was standing there, just taking those shots, man. So I'm just examining all the older fights and comparing them to the newer generation now. And, you know, a guy like Deontay Wilder, I see him losing pretty soon. I don't see Deontay Wilder. I believe that Deontay Wilder like I said, he fights flat-footed, and I believe he got a weak chin too. I don't think he have a strong chin because he reminds me of Jermaine Taylor. Jermaine Taylor, he was supposed to be that prospect. Yeah, he beat what's his name, but that was nothing because it was like I think it was fixed for him to win. I think if Hopkins 1-2 back in 2005, he would have whipped his tail. I believe he would have whipped his tail. But I think Deontay Wilder, someone's going to catch him in the chin, and after he gets caught in catching the chin, that's it. It's just somebody gonna, because the way he fights, man, he doesn't fight. He's flat-footed. He fights wild. He to me he backs up. He doesn't, when he back up fighting, he doesn't turn. He doesn't make a left or right turn. It's like a sloppy fighter to me. All he wants to do is just try to knock you out, but he doesn't he doesn't calculate his punches. So he been fighting mostly, honestly, I think he been fighting bums. I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater by no means, but I don't see this guy like, because he only has, I think he only has a WBC belt. So he's not going to be an undisputed champion. Now Anthony Joshua, now that guy, I see him being the next Lennox Lewis. You know, because he's more disciplined when he's fighting. Because when he fought Klitschko actually, that was his fight with Klitschko. He learned a lot from that fight. So ever since that fight with Klitschko, mind you, Anthony Joshua had been knocked down before Klitschko, excuse me. So, but he was, that right there, gained him more experience to be in the ring and to overcome his tiredness, his fatigueness, and to go the distance, So I think he's gonna become the undisputed champion. I see that coming. And then the Spanish guy, he's gonna be like a rough fighter. He's like a brawler. I forgot his name, but I gotta find out his name. He's gonna be like a brawler. I see him being a brawler. Chris Iroh, he was the one that fought Vladimir and Vitaly Klitschko. And I think Vitaly knocked him out. But Chris Iroh, if he wanted to, he could come back. See, a lot of these guys, a lot of these boxers, the new age boxers, like I'm talking about the heavyweight division, a lot of them, they don't have the right, managers. Some of them don't have the right backing, and then they don't know how to promote themselves. So if they have the right backing and the right promotion, because Deontay Wilder has the backing, okay? But I still think he got a weak chin, and he's gonna get exposed. And what's so crazy? He might get exposed by like a journeyman, and they always get exposed by journeyman boxers, or a guy who's just coming up, but he's lost like 2 or 3 times, and they always expose him, So I see maybe Tyson Fury you never know, maybe Tyson Fury may take that belt. Maybe he making a mistake by taking the Tyson Fury fight over taking the Anthony Joshua fight. Don't get it twisted. It's not always up to the promoters for them to want to fight somebody. It's up to them too. So I don't understand why he don't just fight Anthony Joshua right away. But hey, some things got to happen. Some things is not meant to happen right now, but meant to happen later, So yeah. But George Foreman, he definitely, man, he was the man back then. Like, he really was a hell of a boxer, man. Hell of a puncher. Because as he got older, he started doing more boxing than punching, And he was calculating how he was going to knock the person out. And he did it. He knocked out a lot of young dudes. I mean, he took some pain and a little bit of punishment, but they took a lot of pain and punishment because they tried to get to his body, but he wasn't allowing that. So, Forman definitely, he's definitely a legend, man. You know, I got 150% respect for him, you know. But Tyson Tyson ducked him, you know. And everybody was talking shit about him, like, oh, he's old, and nah. Don't let the old age fool you. And Forman proved it. But the only person Forman wasn't afraid to fight was Lennox Lewis. He was afraid to fight him. Because Lennox Lewis had that reach, the height, and the power. So Lennox was an icon. You know, for a tall man, good morning, to fight pretty well. But I think that Michael Grant, he totally disappointed me, man. He was such a great prospect for a 6'7" big dude, and his boxing skills was not too bad, but he was just too goofy. You know, when he got knocked, like his chin was so weak. Oh man, if only he had at least had a chin like a Lewis, because Lennox Lewis' chin wasn't that weak. It's only if you catch him really good. But it's like with Michael Grant, if you just tapped him, he would fall. And that's what Lennox Lewis was doing, tapping him. And Lennox won. And then Jamil McCline knocked him out as soon as the bell rang. Wow. So they don't make any big men like that anymore, big heavyweight boxers like that anymore. You know, because a lot of them don't have a lot of them. But we shall see with the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder fight. We should see what's going to happen. And I think Tyson Fury may expose him, or Deontay Wilder may knock his ass out. You know? Never count those boxers who get beat down a lot or have a lot of losses. Never count them out, because one punch can change everything. Right now it's 9:38 a.m. Been on here for 13 minutes. And I'm out, y'all. I'll see y'all later. All right, so give my video a thumbs up. All you boxing fans out there. 1.